Okay, we're going to put these forks back together. Finally the fork driver tool turned up, which is what stopped me last time. So getting back together, I've got one back together and it's just sitting there having the oil settle, just so that we can measure the height. Pumped it all the way through, got it all in. So we're just going to reassemble that everything's clean. It's clean inside the tube. Drop it down. I have new Yamaha fork seals here. Get our top bush in. Seal driver will do that. Just before I do that, okay, there's two ends to the seal driver. One end won't push that in and the other end will. So we just get it on the same level as that. Obviously the seal doesn't need to be pushed on the inside, it needs to be pushed on the outside. So that's why it sits there just like that. So it's just pushing on the outside nice and neat. So use the sharp end if you want. Knock that seal down, knock that bush down. That's it. Movement's nice and clean. This is the washer, or spacer they call it. And I'm just going to put some moly on this seal, which is called for in the book. They're pretty dry, so let's just put some on there. Seal surface. Gently push it over. Can't see. All I'm doing is I'm gently pushing on it like that so it doesn't roll. It's going to be fine. Other end of the seal driver. Hear the change in the tapping. Clip. And make sure that's in the groove. Dust seal. Little molly won't go astray. And that'll be easy to put in. Don't need to use as much force, you can push on it. Yeah, that's down. Sealed. Now I also took the springs off because these have to be filled with the spring off. So basically the spring Goes there, goes down, and a little C-clip, which I'll show you in a minute, goes into this channel and holds the spring. Also had a burr on that wouldn't allow the collar to come off. It goes down in there. C-clip goes in here and it pushes into the ring like that, and it still wouldn't allow it to come off. I actually had to file the groove just a little bit because it had just this little burr on it, and it must have been from installation, original installation. Must have been. Anyway, I haven't taken any of this apart, no need to. Got the damper rod there that goes down. Now this also has a squared off section that has to align with the bottom of the fork, which is not easy because you can turn half of it but you can't turn all of it. Sounds like it's just aligned. It's dropped down another little bit. I can hear it click, click, click. So that should be there. Another way to know is pushing it all down. I'm holding it with my fingers like that so it doesn't drop out. We'll have a look down the bottom and you can see the threads are right down the bottom of the tube. Get this off. Hold it all together. Now it can't be aligned. It's not down there. There it is, drop down again. Okay, I can push it up and down with the thread. That's good. Should just wind in now. The bottom screw with that copper washer on it. One that everyone seems to have problems with, major issues with. I don't know why. Can't get them out, can't get them in, it just spins. If you do it by hand, it does spin, but if you use Ugga Dugga, it doesn't spin. It doesn't have time. Let's tight it. Click, click. That's tight. It's not quite aligned. See how it's not quite aligned in the middle? I don't think that's right. I'm just going to undo that. Undid a little easy too. Just going to try that again. Yeah, that wasn't right. It's sitting in there, right? Just got a little burr on it. Definitely not right in the right spot. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it by the thread up here. I've held it up because if you turn this, it just turns. But if you hold it up and you're trying to slot it into the slots down the bottom to correspond with those two flats, the only way to do it is to Keep bouncing it until it actually slots in and you'll feel it. Go down. And yeah, it just happened right there. I'm pretty sure. You can see by the groove is here. The groove is all the way up there, and all I'm doing is just bouncing it, moving it, turning it around slightly. Now the groove's down there, so it's dropped in. It's in the center. It's over 600. So pour a good 550 in. Bubble, trial and trouble. So put it, yeah, about 500, 550 in there. Now I'm just going to raise, again you can't see because it's too tall, and keep it upright. It's going to raise the damping rod. And it's starting to restrict it, so oil's getting in. There we go. You can hear a little bit of air in it. I want you to do that 10 times at least, it says. And then what it wants you to do is raise the outer, or sorry, the inner. But it doesn't want you to go all the way, it just wants you to go to a certain height, just so it doesn't suck air. I can feel that dampening rod is hard all the way, or restricted all the way. So what I might do is we'll put it aside, just let it sit there for a bit. The other one that's been sitting there for a bit, bring it up. Yeah, I can feel it. It's dampening all the way, and we'll measure it. It's 125 mil, 123 mil, for God's sake, from the top. So there's too much in there. I'll show you what I'm doing in a little sec. It's only like 110. So all I'm doing is I'm getting a long screwdriver. Instead of measuring it and then trying it, I'm just going roughly, hey, that's where about it is. Put my finger on it. No, it's not touching. Move up a little bit. Put my finger on it. Just touching, and measure the length, and they've got about 120 mil now, just a touch more. And I'll pull the rod up, that, put it aside, leave it, because that's damn close. This one, I can guarantee we'll need more. Maybe. Let's go. I can't hear any bubbles. No bubbles. So it's got to be all the way down. That's got to be all the way down as well. So let's try it. Alright, it's just touching the end. And that's about 135, 140, so that needs some. Too far. Right. Yep, we'll just let that sit for a bit. Some over, because it's looking like this one might be about right. We'll get some medieval on ours. Yeah, it's got to be damn close. Yeah, it's just over 120. So that one's done. Too much. Touching. There's too much in that one. Just touching. Still a bit too much in there. Still too much. Must have been generous with this one. See, about the same. 123. So they're done. Okay. Pull the rod up. And the spring on. Collar on. Spring. Like a retaining, it's almost like a valve cap retaining tool. That's down. And here's a little C-clip. tiny little C-clip. So 2 things are going to happen, 3 things. It's going to go in there, it's going to go out of there, or it's going to disappear into a 3rd dimension. Retaining nut, lock nut. Put it all the way down, but they had it quite a few turns off. We'll just do that. And the top. Oh yeah. Thread all the way down. Stops. 14mm and a 17. 17, not 19. Nose. And if you're strong enough, you hold it up, push down on it, and turn it. Just like that. So basically you're just holding the chrome sleeve up, pushing down on the palm of your hand, and get a rag if you're a pussy, and just tighten it down. I'll go like that. One rebuilt for, oh, it's fucking solid too. C-clip. Clipped on. Retaining nut, lock nut. All the way down. All the way down with the cap. Stops, lock it up. Locked up, pull up, just like that. See if we can get her in shot. On the ground, hold one chrome. I'm slipping now. This is the one I won't be able to get in. You watch. Hold the chrome, feet around it, push down, and turn. Feet around the bottom. Hold the chrome up. push down, palm your hand right in and turn both. See? Okay. 2. Solid. Okay, it's reassembly time. I'm just going to put these forks in. Now apparently these fork tops go flush with the top yoke. I've got a little cable tie here, just loosely fitted around. Might as well put it about the same. Yeah, they go flush with the top of the fork triple clamp. So once that's done, there's one clamp to do it up here. And it'll stay there on its own. Sit there and make sure it's flush. Yeah, it's flush. There are torque settings for these, if you can be so bothered. I know what tight is and what loose is. I'm just going to start from the top down. Another cable tie on this side. Okay, I want the way it goes straight through and flush with the top. Tighten that up, tighten the grips up. Sit there, and then tighten the fore up front. It's actually quite a quick job this if you have well, the fork driver tool, but yeah, if you had the fork driver tool, this could have all been done in one afternoon. You can set yourself up, got all your parts, bike on stands, even if it's on a paddock stand or just a stand on the floor. Speedo drive. There's the wheel. Goes that way. Axle. twice, didn't we? Do this ZX10 too. Just for this stand. Make sure we got the direction correct. We don't. Speedo drive sits in here, which we overhauled. And this collar sits in here on the bearing. Start it off. Speedo drive locates in the slot. Come through, yep. Through. It's tight. Spin the drives there. Calipers I'm just going to leave off for the minute. So I'm going to do those next. And we've got the pinch bolts. Pinch bolt on one side. I can only find one. Now I'm wondering if I had to put this on first. Should be able to get it on. No. Definitely had to go first. Nothing like having to take everything apart just once you've got it back together. Pinch bolt out. Axle out. Should be enough there. Can't get to the bolts on the inner because it's in the way of the tyre. The tyre's in the way. Just for fun. go through. Two little acorn nuts. Hold on. Brake hoses. Nice and neat. That one's going to turn. In. Pinch bolt. Forks back on. And I'll leave the calipers off for a bit because I've got to bleed them. In fact, they're so freaking clean. I'll put them on and just bleed them as they are. Don't really need to be cleaned or be washed with it. The back one needs to be taken off and cleaned. put the guard on. Just clean it up a bit. Oh, of course that screws too high. It's too tight. So the only thing left to do now, the only thing, finish off the plastics, which I'll go through, and this needs the brake fluid flushed out, rear caliper clean. Oh, and I've got something else I've got to fit to it for the roadworthy purposes only. Long these screws. It's not clipping or anything, no, it just sits there. It sits there and looks pretty. It's going to cut it, do a quick cut polish on it before I put it on, but it's so freaking hard to hold in that state. I might as well just put it on and do it on there. Done. So much easier. I think you print marks in the wheels. Just got a little couple of swirl marks in it, that's all.